What's the big deal?
You know, I will answer the question, but here's the deal.
Yes, welcome back. I see on Twitter, impeach Biden. But I don't think this will work out. These people had a strategy. They actually knew he had this document. Even the mainstream media is standing up against Biden.
There's no there. Those were the president's words this week when he was asked about the classified documents found over the last few months at his Delaware residence and a private office in Washington, D.C. But this morning, it turns out there is even more there than first thought. Federal investigators from the Department of Justice seized more than half a dozen items from the president's Wilmington home on Friday, including some documents marked classified, after an extensive but consensual 13-hour search of.
Even the mainstream media is standing up against Biden, something I have never seen before. We have some clips. We are going to take an exclusive look into these. But there is one stupid thing Whoopi said, that Biden had the right to declassified documents.
Because George Bush made it so presidents could declassify. Obama stretched it to make it vice presidents. So I wish they would say all that while they're explaining what's going on. Because if you say, a classified document, everybody goes, oh my God, how dare he keep that? And if these guys can declassify, presidents and vice presidents can't declassify, are we chasing our tail with some of this?
Well, but that's a very good point, but I think it has to be true for Trump and for Biden. So if for...
You all know the argument they came up with, that the former president had no right to declassify documents, that he should bring proof to show that he did that. Now the View is struggling to balance this by saying that the vice president can declassify documents. If you have ever heard of this, please, I want to know more. Drop under the comment sections. Let me know what is happening. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, why not share this
point? But I think it has to be true for Trump and for Biden. So if for President Biden to be able to declassify something, there has to be evidence he did in fact declassify it, which is the thing that Trump's trying to argue. I declassified it. Well, there's no evidence.
He did it with his he didn't go through the process. He said he did with his mind.
But is Biden saying he even did
I don't think Biden's saying that yet. And I think what I'm frustrated by is how kind of brazen and dismissive President Biden has been of this, because he said it went from, anyone could be irresponsible, but I have no regrets. There's no there to.
In my honest opinion, Whoopi should be removed on air. Listening to her, sometimes I get irritated. How can you say this? Now balancing this fact that the vice president can declassify documents is something I have never heard. I remember 3 months ago, this discussion surfaced on social media where these liberals were freaking out that the president had no right to declassify documents. Since it's happening to Biden, they are still struggling, to protect this. Totally insane. NBC said something. I don't know if these people can actually watch this clip.
But how can he say he takes classified material seriously when some of what was found may have been in his home for more than a decade and he seemingly had no idea?
Well, the important point there, Martha, is that he had no idea. As you know, if you're serving in the Senate or as vice president or president, you literally get millions of documents coming through your office week in and week out. And as you get more senior and as the matters that you're handling are more important and occasionally more classified, the volume gets higher. So I do think this was inadvertent. The whole point of having a special counsel is to ensure that and to give the American people confidence in that. But frankly, Martha, I also don't think this is an issue that's keeping Americans up at night.
Yes, if you take a look at what is happening here, you realize they are actually against Joe. How can you tell me you take classified documents seriously at the same time? Because this document has been there for a number of years. You cannot tell me these people never knew that he had classified document. Like I said at the beginning of the clip, there is something going on that we don't know. Because this is just a distraction. And people should realize this very fast. There are very important things we could have been discussing on this clip, but we are now focused on topics that are not even necessary.
I said it last week. I think we're going to find more documents. It's at some point, I think he needs to say there may be more. I open up any residence I've been in to be searched. But cooperation doesn't negate the fact that he had these wrongly in the first place.
Well, we don't know that he had them wrong. We don't know. This is the crap. The stuff. Trying to find the word.
Possibly leave in the coming weeks will be focused on who exactly that.
Yes, this is CNN. From clear indications, I don't want to say on this video that there is something going on. In the few weeks ahead, I'll be waiting to report on what is going on. I will read out this full article so you can understand exactly what is going on. If you love what I'm doing here, there is super thanks, membership, anything we do appreciate. Yes, according to this article, the FBI found more classified documents at the Wellington, Delaware home of President Joe Biden during a consensual search Friday that lasted nearly 13 hours, his personal lawyer and a prosecutor said Saturday evening. You can underline here, there's a consensual search implying what? That the former president did not agree that they should do the same thing. Going down on this article, the discovery was the fourth time since November that classified record or material has been found at the private address of Biden. His personal lawyer, Bob, in a statement said the Department of Justice says 6 items consist of documents with classification marking and surrounding material. Joseph, Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, told NBC News, I can confirm from 1973 to 2009, Bureau said, and some of the items were found from his tenure as vice president in the Obama administration from 2009. In addition to those records, FBI agent who did not have a warrant for the search also seized some notes that Biden wrote by hand as vice president. According to the lawyer and the White House, neither Biden nor First Lady Jill Biden was present during the search, according to Richard, special counsel to the president.